What up, YouTube? It's Aaron, your personal driver. What's up? Another live stream. How's everybody doing today? Hopefully they're fabulous. So first off, let's cover some important stuff here, which is Alan Pickett's in the house. What's up, Alan Pickett? Richard R in the house. What's up, Richard? Yay, driverless cars. That's right. We're doing driverless cars. Anthony Jones in the house. What's up, Anthony? So guys, feel free to share this on all your Twitters and Facebooks and whatevers. Now's the time to do it. Okay, so we got an exciting live stream for you guys today. Tony Stoll in the house. What's up, Tony? So we got some things going on in the background here. If you haven't noticed, just close the door, Dorothy. So first off, they're doing construction in our apartment complex. So if you hear the jackhammers in the back, that's why. Nothing I can do about that. And then also, I'm doing a little early today because there's a new podcast. So let me switch over to the other screen here. Transition. So as you can see here, we have a podcast. It's they decided to do it during my podcast time, so I had to start a little early. Doc Rock's in the house. What's up, Doc Rock? So Uber Hints is one of my favorite YouTubers. Driverless Drive is obviously. Your driver Mike is. You know, I don't really watch the Apprepreneur very much, but he is the one running the podcast. So hopefully he's gonna let me on. Anyway, this is at my normal stream time at 3, so I had to make mine a little earlier today. So they're gonna follow up after this one. Your house looks good, all set up. Well, we're close. We're close, man. We're close. We're gonna get there. So anyway, let's switch back to the other video here. Switch back. Boom. Okay, so today what we're going to talk about is driverless cars, and Uber has a big problem. So that's what that means. Anyway, I have a couple articles I'm going to go over with you guys. He's a okay Asperger's kid. I don't know what that means. Okay. He's the one running the podcast. He said he's going to have me on later, so maybe next week I'll be doing it. But as we all know, Uber has done a few things that a lot of people don't understand why they've done it. Like upfront pricing, right? Everyone's complaining. Uber's taking 40%, 50%, sometimes 60% of the fares. And drivers are yelling and screaming about how it's unfair. I mean, it's true, it is unfair. But the reason they're doing that is because Uber's losing money. And they're losing money on purpose. The problem for Uber is that it's twofold, really. First is, it's not as hard to be a rideshare app as originally thought. Like when Uber started, everyone thought it would be impossible to compete with Uber. But it turns out it's pretty easy. So what I mean by that, I mean if you wanted to start a rideshare company right now in your house, like or not your house, in your area, you could. Anybody can start a rideshare company if they have the technology available, right? It's not that expensive. It's not that hard technically to do. You can just do it. Dark Road Run in the house. What's up, Dark Road Run? So anyway, that's become a huge problem because like not just Lyft, but locally in big cities, people are competing with Uber at an entire level. So their competition is growing. And the second problem is the reason that Uber's prices are so cheap is because they're converting to driverless cars. That was their game plan from the beginning. But now they're not going to do it. So they're losing money, like they're just bleeding money and they can't do anything about it. So the first article we're going to go over talking about is specifically about Uber. Let's transition here to the screen. Okay, so Uber's leaked finances. So let's look at Uber for a second, okay? This is what Business Insider has found with these leaked documents. Revenue is indeed growing aggressively. If the leaks are to be believed, although growth in total business transacted on the Uber app began to slow down last year, gross bookings were up $4.5 billion last year. So think about that. First off, sex addict in the house. You should start a rideshare company. So this is the financial information from 2016. So this is a year old. So in 2016, they grossed $5.4 billion, and they still managed to lose money. Anyway, net revenues in the cut Uber keeps from each trip fare also continue to grow healthily, including $1.7 billion in Q4 of 2016. So yeah, up and up, right? So far, it actually kind of looks good. Uber's costs and expenses, here's where it gets bad. Uber's costs and expenses vastly outweigh its revenue. Not just a little bit, vastly outweigh. Uber is cheap because the company is heavily subsidizing each trip. Now this is important. For those of you who are new, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe down there in the stupid YouTube bell icon so you can get notified when I do this. Uber loses money every trip. Every mile Uber gets paid for, they lose 60 cents. They lose 60 cents every mile that they drive on average. They're subsidizing each trip with investor money. They don't make money. Uber sucks at making money. So just keep that in mind for the future here. But there is some evidence that Uber's losses are getting smaller over time. It also appears that Uber has some control over when it makes its losses and how big those losses are. Okay, so this is a fancy way of saying Uber can raise rates. If Uber wants to stop losing money right now, all they have to do is raise rates. That's it. That's the only thing they got to do. Okay, so I'm not going to read the rest of the article, but I'm going to show you these right here. So this is how much money they made in bookings in the since 2015, right? It's like, look, that is a pretty steady line. Here's the net revenue. Look at that. Woo! Look, if you want to invest in a company, look at this. 2012 all the way up to 2000. It's even higher than that now because we're in 2018. So how are they losing money? Revenue versus losses by quarter. Guys, this is one of the most embarrassing charts I've ever seen in my entire life. Look at this. Look at this. So look, they're actually making money. Quest 360 in the house. What's up, bro? They're actually making money some quarters. Look, and then look. This was the last time they made money was 2016 Q2. They've had a steady loss. All of 2017, every quarter was a loss. So since Q3 of 2016, Uber has not made a single dollar. And look at this, man. That's crazy. And this is where it gets really bad. Uber's total annual loss since 2012. What the hell is this? Look, they're a new company, 2012. They lost a little bit of money. Okay. Look, if you run an annual loss of $57, no, I'm talking about driverless cars. But before I get to driverless cars, I have to talk about Uber's losses so you guys understand. It'll make sense. 3. Woo! Look at this. This is in millions, okay? So that's 2,800 in millions. In millions. That's $2.8 billion in losses in fiscal year 2016. These papers, and they're still paying drivers. So here, look. Since 2012, Uber has only had 1 quarter of profit. Right here, this is it. They've had nothing but losses since then. And then if you want to read this article, as always, I'll have these linked in the description here. Let me link it here to the description box so you guys can have look at this on your own if you want to get into details. So, 2 questions arise. Okay, it should be in the description now. So 2 questions arise, guys. So if Uber's bleeding money like this, why do investors keep investing in Uber? It doesn't make any sense. If you have $1 billion that you want to make money off of your capital venturist, why would you put any money into Uber if it's been losing money all this time? Because the whole point of Uber was never to be a taxi service for drivers. We have always been the middleman. We've always been basically a stepping stone to something else. Okay? It's always been since the very beginning. Hold on, my kid's crying. Since the very beginning, it's always been about getting to driverless cars. And so we have more proof of that here. Let me get to that. They completed 5 billion rides last year. Yes, a lot. They need to raise rates, plus they need to be profitable. Driverless cars cost a lot of money to operate, provide maintenance, and provide a viable network. That's actually not true, Quest 360. It's cheaper to operate driverless cars than it is to work with an actual driver in it. We'll get to that later. But anyway, so I'm gonna pull up this other article. Stop! Oh, come on! Stop! Be a good baby for once. You're tired, I know, buddy. It's hard being a baby. You might just instantly fall asleep on this live stream. Okay, so let's switch over here. This is a really important article. I think that you guys should really think about reading this one. Waymo may try to push Uber's ex-CEO's buttons in car secrets trial. So, Kalanick, the Uber CEO, has been he's been on the stand in court because Waymo, which is a division of Google, which is they're called Alphabet now, is suing Uber over stolen trade secrets. And I want to get down here to the important part. Okay, so under oath, or this is alleged by Waymo, okay, that Kalanick said, oh wait, here, where's this quote here? Okay, here we go. This is what I want to talk about. So this part right here. This is being alleged that Waymo presented in court showing a list of Kalanick's priorities, all right, and he said he needed to get cheat codes against competitors because other companies were cutting in to the driverless code, right? He said the golden time is over, it's wartime, and going slower is not an option anymore because Uber was losing the driverless car race, right? And so, winning was more important than obeying the law. That's what they told the jury. And Waymo's case is a conspiracy theory that just doesn't find any sense to tell the whole story, is what Uber's attorney says. But it's just, it doesn't fit the numbers. So, let's go to the next one here. This is the actual trial at hand. So, this one is about Kalanick returns to court over Waymo, where he was put under oath to talk about it. And then, look, 14,000 confidential documents in December before Kalanick had hired this guy. So this guy, this funny picture, well, worked at Waymo, and then Uber hired him to make their driverless cars. Okay, so they're not making money, right? Because they've been telling investors, "Don't worry, we're running all these losses, but we're gonna get to driverless cars, and then we're gonna make so much money. We're gonna be the only company in town. So give us your money. We'll bottom out rates, and then that's the end of the story." And then in the meantime, what they've been doing is what's called as upfront pricing. I'm sure you guys know what upfront pricing is. That's where Uber takes as much money as they can from the customer and then doesn't pay it out to the driver. And I actually have another video you guys can watch on that later if you want to. But what I want to talk about specifically is why Uber is doomed. They're doomed because driverless cars are already here. Other companies are beating Uber to the punch, and it's game over, okay? But before I do that, there's one more thing I need to talk about. Let me just put these other articles in the description here so you guys can look at them if you want to. And then I'll switch over. See, I knew my kid was when he cries like that, he's tired. Okay. So, a lot of people know driverless technology from Tesla, because that's like the biggest one and the most famous one. But Tesla's missing an important piece of tech called LiDAR, and this is like the last step to driverless cars. So this is an article on LiDAR. See, what is LiDAR? So LiDAR is basically giant lasers. It's infrared light, aka lasers, that see objects. So those of you who know that Tesla had a big problem over this last week because their driverless car ran into a fire truck and had a big accident on the freeway. Well, LiDAR fixes that problem. And so how do we know LiDAR is the way to go? Because LiDAR can detect things that normal computers can't, and it takes less energy. And right now there's two barriers to driverless cars entering the marketplace. That is energy, meaning the computers that run the driverless system, it takes up too much energy. So it's not cost effective right now to run a giant LiDAR with a computer system. And the second is mass adoption, because people are afraid of driverless cars. And that's where this next article is going to be about. Okay. Which I find to be funny. U.S. retirement villages to have largest self-driving taxi scheme. They're going to give free driverless rides to old people at retirement homes because no one cares if they die. Isn't that funny? That's not funny. Sugar Shine says, you know I'm scared to death of driverless cars. Good afternoon. I hope you all are well. Sugar Shine in the house. Yes, and I just said that. That's the second part of that's going to be a major problem for driverless taxi in the world is people are afraid of them. Which is why I have this article here. And again, I'll put this in the description down so you guys can read it on your own if you want to. But once the old people at the retirement home are driven around and they're all safe and stuff like that, then there's not going to be a problem. But, yeah, so this particular one is in Florida. There's 125,000 seniors. Look at this. That's crazy. 75,000 miles of road here. And all residents will be able to summon a self-driving car using the mobile app. So it's the biggest playground is the retirement playground. So let me go back here to the other screen. So the reason I talked about Uber's losses at the beginning, and I wanted to show you that Kalanick on the last 2 days has been testifying in court under oath about how he stole those documents and how he told everybody that it doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is getting to driverless cars, because Google and GM and Lyft are all way ahead of Uber, which is why I've been saying for a year now that Lyft is going to eventually beat out Uber and be the #1 rideshare company. But that actually might not be true. Waymo, which is a division of Google, might actually end up being the largest rideshare company in the world. And GM has a chance too, although I think that GM is more worried about selling cars than they are about creating a driverless taxi cab service. So let's go over and check out this article here. Let me put it in the description first, so you guys can read that if you want to on your own. Bam, there we go. So DMV data says Waymo and GM are leading the self-driving car race. This is a pretty interesting article if you want to read it. But what this is just it talks about the numbers. So here's the one thing I wanted you guys to read. Here we go. Boom. You could say that as soon as the robot is safer than the average human driver who crashes once every 200,000 miles or so, it's wrong to keep it in the lab, okay? Or you can argue that robocars ought to be held to higher standards. Should they be 10 times better than the human, 1,000 times? Whatever the answer is, data will help us get there. Okay, so this goes through the DMV records here, here in California. And what it's basically saying is, one, driverless cars are safer than human driving. So you're less likely to get in an accident. My audio's low. Seems like it's full on my end. I guess so. Okay, so let's go back to the chat here. Sugar Shine says, okay, I found that funny, but you would find out it offensive. Okay, not that it's my sense. Wait, oh, there's a whole... Oh, wow, you guys are all chatting, huh? Afraid. You don't really need Uber because really the money that the drivers are getting is not really coming from passengers. So if you could just cut Uber out, it really pays the driver. Yes. They run you over in cash. You guys are funny. It's coming from... Yeah. Your audio's... Is that better? I moved the microphone closer to my face, so hopefully that's better. They don't count flu deaths after 65 years of age anymore in statistics, so they are... Let's just let them throw out the driverless cars. I'm just kidding. Okay, so you guys are having a good conversation. That's in the chat. It makes me happy. So, driverless cars are safer. They're cheaper to operate than people. And here we go to the next one. This is why, one, Waymo is suing, why Google thinks it's worth to go through the arbitration process, and why Uber is suing them, right? Waymo maintains lead in self-driving car race. So this is just another article, which I'll link into the description. And this one just talks about what I've already been talking about, that... and I've shown on this article before on other live streams. But Waymo is already... See these vans? They're Chrysler minivans. They've already bought them, and they're already in Arizona. Spencer GRF in the house. So, what do you have, a Tesla, Spencer? Probably. But in Arizona right now, in Chicago, and then I think they are expanding here in California. They just started. Waymo is right now driving around. Like this van is driverless. There's no car behind the wheel, and you can use the app in Arizona and get a ride right now. And that's really the conclusion I was trying to get to here, guys. Is here we go. So this is the part that's gonna freak you out. But driverless cars are here now. It's not like 5 years away. It's not 10 years away. It's not 15 years away. Driverless cars are here on the road right now, and they're being picked up. Yes, they can be hacked. That's entirely true. But so can Jeeps. So hold on, let me... Like, any car that has a computer in it and connects to the internet can be hacked. So, let me show you what I'm talking about. I'm finding the article here. Yes. Oh, this will... So I'll just switch over here. I hope this doesn't... There's a video. I'm trying to pause the video. Let me get over here. Yes. Okay, here we go. So this article here just talks about how people have been hacking cars since 2015. Jeep for some reason seems to be the one that they really like. But all cars that have computer systems that connect to the internet are being hacked remotely anyway. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that real quick. So yes, driverless cars can be hacked, but the car you're currently driving that connects to the internet also is being hacked. So it's not like it's really that much safer. So let's get back to this other one here. So the company that's even in the same order of magnitude in terms of miles driven in California is Cruise, which is acquired by GM, and they did 125,000 miles in San Francisco streets in self-driving mode and reported a total of 105 disengagements, or a yearly average of 1,254 miles per disengagement. So what that means is, according to this DMV data, the second place one, which here is a Cruise, which is GM, means that the driverless cars only needed human correction one time every 1,200 miles. So, like, that's pretty good. But then here, look at this. Like, where's Uber? How many miles has Uber driven last year? Oh, none. Look at that. That sucks. Waymo, Google, and then maybe GM are gonna win, man. Look at that chart. Who else is driving on the road? No, all right. So Google's gonna beat everybody else to them. It's crazy. It's not, and it's not close. It's not close, guys. Look at that chart. Woo, scary. So now let's talk about Tesla. So Tesla is the most commonly known and the most popular. Like, if you go on Google, you can like Google for as much Tesla car footage as you want. So this article just talks about how Tesla's driver's rank system is not that great. And the reason is Tesla does not use LiDAR. So remember that article I said earlier about LiDAR? I'll put this in the description here. LiDAR is a technology that Tesla needs to get on board with. Otherwise, they're going to get lost behind the world here. But yeah, Tesla ranks last. Waymo, which by the way is backing Lyft. Google's backing Lyft as well. Okay, so I want to show you that. And then here are 3 other companies that are getting into driverless this year. So once, you know, it's one thing if Uber says, "Oh, we're gonna do cars," you know. Oh, Google gets into it. They're gonna mess around with it a little bit. But once, okay, now Mercedes-Benz, man. Mercedes-Benz is gonna be doing driverless cars here. So once that happens, it's mainstream, man. And guys, that's really what I wanted to just drive home. It's here now, right now. It's happening on the street right now in all kinds of places. And it's not a future tech that's coming. It's not something that's going to be 5 or 10 years away. It's on the road right now. And it's so profitable that almost every company is trying to jump in on it. And here's the part that really scares me, and I think that you guys should really worry about as drivers. But watch this. Bam! Waymo ordered thousands of Chrysler vans for self-driving taxi service, and this happened in January. So, if Google was failing at it in Arizona, if they weren't making money, because Waymo right now is giving rides in driverless taxi cabs in Arizona as we speak right now. So someone asked a question in the chat: what's going to happen when somebody just has a free roaming car and they just start ramming the driverless cars because they don't want them on the road? Well, I'd say that already is happening now. That's a thing that's happening as we speak. People are attacking driverless cars and delivery services because there's driverless delivery services now too. So yeah, I'll look up an article in a second on that for you, Alan. But look at this. Woo! I mean, I know that's not a lot. You probably need like tens of thousands of them. But oh man. Ooh. That's bad, guys. 600 cars are on the road right now, or are going to be in the road this year. Ooh. That's scary news. And if these succeed, I'm telling you, it's going to every city. Every city. It's a scary... Ugh. Okay. So let's go to the next one here. And this is where we're really screwed, guys. Because not only are they coming for the taxi cabs, but they're coming for trucking jobs. That's why I got this to show you here. Trucks are headed for a driverless future. But more important than that... This one? Yes. Look at this. This is an autonomous truck that has already completed a coast-to-coast test. So this truck, driverless truck, went coast-to-coast. And I don't know what to tell you guys. But if a delivery truck, if it's safe to deliver goods coast to coast in a truck, we're done, man. We're done in the Uber world. Start putting together your resume. Because it's OVA. O-V-A. Can you read what I typed? Uber Todd in the house! What's up, Uber Todd? What'd you write? Your videos are skipping. Uh-oh. I'll have to go back and look in the settings then at the end of this. It says on my end here, I'll show you what I'm looking at, guys. This might be like a little meta, but yeah, see, it says that the stream health is good, so I don't know why the video's skipping. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know. Is it still bad? I can go back and look at it, I guess. But anyway, the last thing I want to talk about before we just chit-chat a little bit, and hopefully the stream is okay. Please talk about big rigs. Okay, I bet I couldn't find a bump most of the docks in LA. I thought the Department of Highway and Safety Motor Vehicles or someone doesn't allow driverless cars because it's not regulated on the roads yet, and Congress won't approve driverless cars. Well, what I'll say to that is I don't think people care because money is money. But yeah, like for example, in California, all you have to do is put a request in. Like it's a form. You fill out a form, and just basically you announce to California that you're driving a driverless car. So every state has its own regulations. But anyway, this is when we're really screwed. But it's actually good news, I think, for the world. It's just bad news for us. But Tesla has come out with an all-electric driverless truck. This is an opinion article that I like the article on it, but guys, if there's the technology out there for a big rig to go coast to coast driverless on all electric, we're done. Hopefully I become the biggest YouTube star of all, because rideshare is done. I'm done, man. It's here. Some people aren't gonna like it, but it's not 5 or 10 years off. It's done. Short range only. Yeah, if 400 miles, I can look up the specs if you want. Yeah, look, Harold, I just found this for you real quick. 500-mile range. So to go coast to coast, it's got to stop 5.6 times. So 1 week, basically, a little less than a week, it'll take a driverless car to drive coast to coast. And then, so, yeah. That's about what a human being would have to stop for anyway, too. Because remember, people got to sleep. So, and you're not paying, once you own the car, you're not paying out wages or anything like that. The articles in the chat, I've been putting them in the description, so maybe it's not working yet. But yes, I can put them in the chat for you. Let me finish cutting and copying them real quick. I'll put them all in the chat for you, which is a little bit of a crazy task, but I'll do it for you guys since that's what you want. But you ask, you shall receive. I know it's not really fun to watch me type on a computer, but if you want me to type in the chat, that's just the way it has to be for now. And then we'll chat with you guys a little bit later. Okay. Yes, I can put them in the chat for you guys. Here you go. Ready? Chat bomb. This is gonna flood the chat. Bam! Oh no, it's look, it's not gonna work. Okay. I can only put 200 characters in at a time. Dang. So no, I can't put it in the chat. I tried. You're gonna have to look in the description at the end of this. Sorry. 14 on duty, 10 off duty. So yeah, so it's about the same, right? You rock on Steam it. You're supposed to be an author, plus you could voiceovers and got a great voice. Oh, thanks. So yeah. So the future for me when rideshare dies is voiceovers. Capital City Driver in the house. What's up, Capital City Driver? So before we just go into the comments and have a real quick chat, guys, one more time, I wanted to give a shout out to the upcoming podcast that's coming out. Let me go find that. Switch over here to that. So again, later today, which is why my live stream is so early compared to most Wednesdays, we got Uber Hints, Drive Girl Drive, The Apprepreneur, and Your Driver Mike at 3 p.m. tonight or today. So if you want to watch them in their podcast, they're going to do it live. Just, you know, tell them I sent you over there and that you'd like to see me on, because I'd like to do the podcast, and I think that'd be fun to do, and I might be able to do it next week. So just want to give them a real quick shout out here. Or I'll put a couple of these in the description for you, since that's what you want. But not all of them are on my screen anymore. But here are the last couple I had for you. I'll put those in there. And then the rest you're going to have to get in the description because I've already closed the windows on them. So there you go. You're welcome. Don't ever say I never did nothing for you. So I will promise this. I will not get in a driverless car, especially in Uber or Lyft, that I do not own because I just don't trust it. I mean, that's fine. I think that you're not in the minority. I think a lot of people have that same fear. I'm telling you guys this right now. I'm having sex in a driverless Uber. It's going to happen. As soon as it's available in my area, I'm going to do it. And I told my wife that, and she's like kind of like weirded out by it. But no, it's going to happen. And I don't care if there's cameras in there. I don't care if I get a ticket for it. I don't care if I get a $150 mess fee. But I'm having sex in a driverless Uber. It's going to happen. Even if I have to buy a hooker. And I've never done that before, but it's that important to me. Like, I cannot think of anything cooler. Plus, it'll be like a first time. You know, like everyone has sex in airplanes. That's not new. The Mile High Club is a very expansive club. Lots of people have done that. Lots of people have had sex in cars. You know, that's not unusual. But a driverless car? Now that is a whole new level. Okay, that's something that's never really been done before, and I got to be part of that club. I got to get me some of that. Okay, so let's see here. Harvey Drew, or let me try that again. Harvey John Drew in the house. What's up, Harvey John Drew? What are you doing? You agree with Sugar Shine? Yeah, she's probably right. She's smarter than me, so I think you guys should listen to her. I wonder what would happen if they make all these driverless cars, but nobody wants to use them. Well, they'll be cheaper. That's why people will get over their fear, because it's cheaper. Uber cannot make money on driverless, so driverless cars are not going to be profitable. Quest 360, that's not true. It costs per mile a third of what it costs right now to do driverless. I'll pull up that so if you've been watching my streams, the last time I talked about driverless cars was when I was talking about pays, like Uber Pay, right? And so I'll show you that. I'll see if I can pull that up here. That was a while ago, but I think I can find it. So it's at Jonathan. You have to remain quiet, buddy. So it's actually cheaper to operate a driverless car than it is to operate a car with a driver in it. And I know that seems crazy, but it is the truth. So I'm looking at that. Let me just keep scrolling down here. Driverless blowjob. Yeah. Robot sex is a different subject, but yeah, that's happening too. Patrick Sargent in the house. What's up, Patrick? Yes, there's a live. I did not do a live stream last weekend because I didn't drive last weekend. I went to the casino and I won a poker tournament. So the buy-in was $200. I didn't win, but I cashed out. I made the final table and I walked home with $980. So that's why I didn't drive this last weekend, because I made $900, so I took the weekend off. I took my kids, you know, to the beach and out and stuff like that. So that's why I didn't drive this weekend. And let's get. I'm still looking for. It's up here somewhere. There's what it is. Okay. The articles aren't here. Okay. Well, I can't. Watching me research live is kind of boring, so I don't know if you guys want me to do this or not. So just tell me to stop looking for it. But I'm telling you, Quest 360, it's in there. I think it's this article. So nope. So I'm looking for it. Do you guys remember this? I put here. I'll show you what I'm looking at right now. Do you remember this one where I went over how much drivers make? It was like about a month and a half ago. It was one of the last driverless streams I did before I moved. This data, like this video is what I'm looking at. So if anyone knows it, just save me the time and find it for me. How much people make. posting it. But this is the one. Which is depressing how little the average driver makes, which is why you gotta, if you watch my live streams, man, it's why it's important you only take surge and prime time, otherwise you're not making any money. It's not this one either. Man. I wasn't prepared for this question. I'll find it later. I'm sorry I can't find the article, guys. But yeah, just trust me, it's cheaper to operate a driverless car for taxi than it is to pay for it. Did you ever get back on with Uber? First off, Frank El Franco in the house. What's up, Frank? Yes, I did get back on Uber. But they're only letting me do UBEREATS because they're bastards. And I still have to wait for my California license plates in the mail. Once I get my California license plates in the mail, then they'll let me take actual passengers. So that sucks. You're skipping again. I don't know, man. I don't know why I'm skipping. I'm sorry for that. Your stuff is in chat. That's good. Put it on Steam that our Facebook when you're done with the... Okay, I'll do that. Los Angeles, California is in the building. Oh, Big Del Patton in the house! What's up, Big Del Patton? Welcome to the stream. Nice. My car's in the shop. Wife hit black ice. Oh, that sucks. Sorry to hear that. Uh-oh. You're right. It is skipping. Hold on. Uh-oh. It's not good. What's going on here? Oh, man. There, we're back. Woo! Is that better, guys? Okay, sorry about that. It looked like some, for a while there the video was skipping. All right, Uber Todd, I got it. Your stuff is in the chat. Okay, put it. Okay, I got you. I will look at the article. Okay, Quest 360. Dude, you and I need to hang. I've been playing poker for 14 years. Scott Howerton in the house. So, Scott, I tried to be a professional poker player for a while. That's a funny story. I didn't do very well at it. I mean, I made money. I did it for about 8 months. I made enough money to live off of, but it's not fun to do that for a living. But yeah, we could totally do it. And I want to put a shout out to all you people here. You better go to Patreon and support this man because he has children and he works hard. And he doesn't and I promise not to piss you off on Instagram again. Okay, so first off, thanks Sugar Shine. Obviously, yes, you can go to my Patreon channel and subscribe, or you can leave a super chat, whatever you want to, whatever's easiest for you. Transferred from Denver to Houston January 16th. Still no BCG check approval from freaking Goober. Yeah, Doc Rocks, man, they're slow, man. I'm already on Lyft, man. I don't know what Uber's problem is. All it would take is somebody to come up with a rideshare that would even be cheaper than the driverless car, and they would be like, oh crap, somebody's beating the driverless cars now too. Alan, I think what's going to happen is that municipalities, like local cities or whatever, are going to, they're going to kick in, and they're going to have, basically, they're going to, like, they're not going to be buses anymore, right? But they're going to be like, the city of Phoenix Department of Transportation will run an app. So instead of buses driving around, it'll be people driving for the city of Phoenix, and the city of Phoenix's app. That's eventually what's going to happen. Yeah, it does hard work. I know what you were saying. Uber be on some bullshit. Yeah, I hear you, Big Del. He's skipping. You're good. They got him in Asia. Rickshaws. Yeah, that's like the Mile High Club. That's different. Yeah, okay. So I'm a little far behind in the chat here. You're better at it than unless you role playing that your wife is the hooker and she's gonna kill you. Yes, yeah, I know. I'm sure. Whatever. It'll work out in the end, I'm sure. How's Bitcoin going? It's good today. Is Goober still pending? Yes. Yes, Goober is still pending. I told everyone to stay the hell out of it. Point, you're going to make more steaming right now. Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully. So, let's see. Is this updated chat? Video still skipping? It looks like we're back in action, guys. I'm sorry, I don't know what happened there. It's funny, the stream says it's still good, so I think something actually happened on Google's end. Uber Todd's back. What's up, Uber Todd? You guys see my baby sleeping? His eyes are... he doesn't want to use the camera. So yeah, I guess that's just done. I wanted to share that with you guys, that driverless cars are here, and they're working, and we might be done here. Yeah, it's Google. So, my stream, if I share this, it's going to do that weird meta thing again. But I'll do it anyway, so you guys can see. So if you notice here on the bottom of the screen, there's a blue dot, or green dot. So the connection's good here. And then I'll put this over here too. Boom. The stream is streaming well. So, oops, I didn't mean to do that. So yeah, it's I don't know why it's doing that, because as far as what I can tell, everything is healthy on the stream. So sorry about that. Okay, it's good. You know what? The amount of people that I know how to hack computers, I wouldn't be surprised if when that starts coming out, people start hacking driverless cars to make them stop running. That's true. You know what's happening now, though? People are just stealing cars. Because you can start an engine remotely through RFID technology. Like that's like, you know, when you scan your card into like a security access to unlock a door. Like that's a simple RFID technology. But cars, especially cars with remote starts instead of a key, the engine starts up with an RFID technology. Now the point is the car can only drive so far and so long without the key, so it's hard to steal it, right? Well, now what people can do is they have basically RFID interceptors, so they can see what the signal is that the engine is looking for from the key and just start the car and leave with it. It's crazy. There's a couple of YouTube videos out there of people doing it. There's one guy's like it's the camera from his front porch watching thieves do it, but most of the videos are like security experts showing you that this is a problem. So like they'll go out and try to do it. But yeah, it's like it looks like an iPad. It's like this big, or maybe like a video game console that's just really big. And what they do is they put it by the engine and they look for the signal. Once they find the signal, they just turn it on with the remote. The car starts and they get it and they just drive away. It's crazy. You kind of look like Mario with the stash. Well, I guess that's good. I like, this is a fun game. It's me, a Mario. Where's the link for the podcast? Wireless cars run wild. Yeah, that would be really funny. Here, I'll get the address for you here, and I'll put it in the chat. It starts at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I'll be on there too. I'll just be in the chat because they didn't invite me on to talk because I don't know why they didn't invite me. I guess I don't have enough subscribers. I do find it a little bit odd that they decided to do it at my normal stream time. I found that a little fishy, that they're randomly doing the live podcast on the day and time that I have my live stream. So here, I'll get that for you. It's coming up right now. Here's the link to that. And here's, I mean, you guys can, if you want to go here, look, I've already thumbs up it. So, but yeah, here's what it's going to be. And the chats, I think, already started for it too. Yeah, see, I can write first. Bam, I'm the first person to talk in their chat. That's me, baby. Promoting them. Because I'm bad at business. Can't get rid of that. Wireless cars run wild. Yeah. That is the most precarious picture of you holding that baby for your thumb. How I'm serious. Oh, precious picture. Oh, thank you. I'll do that. I'll make a thumbnail of it if that's what you want. Well, it's just like any technology, guys. I mean, you know, when banking first started doing the routing thing, people were stealing money left and right. They eventually figured out how to stop that. No, Defango, that's all he does is research online. Those are the best YouTubers. They're interactive. Yep. You're still my favorite Uber Lyft info channel. Thanks, Scott. I appreciate it a whole lot, man. I try really hard to distinguish myself from these other YouTubers. It's a really crowded market. Everyone's doing it. So being unique in this space is really hard. But I'm glad that the stuff I'm providing for you is working out. I do try hard. How come Uber won't talk with the 4 rideshare guys? Uber doesn't care about drivers. That's the simple short answer. The longer answer is the reason they went with Uberman and with the simple drivers, they have the biggest YouTube channels, meaning they have the most views, the most subscribers. So that's why. Because he's a fake, yeah. Yeah, that's true. You're welcome. Oh yeah, no problem, guys. So like I like these streams to be about an hour, and that's where we're at. So if you guys have any questions, go ahead and fire those questions away in the chat, and then I'll answer them, and then I'll go ahead and get off. I'm gonna take a break, maybe put this one down for a nap because obviously he's tired and sleeping, and then I'm gonna jump on the what do they call it? The podcast I've been advertising, and I won't talk in it, but I'll be in the chat. And if you guys want to, let them know I sent you over there, so they know that I'm sending you guys over there. I'm going to do a screenshot. It cost me to drive a quarter of a mile. I told you yesterday that, oh my God, I don't care. I was so happy to see her. It literally cost me $6 and a tip of $2. So you want a screenshot? That's fine. Go ahead and take a screenshot. There's no punctuation here, so I'm kind of guessing at where the thoughts start and end here. But yep. Harry just put a blog on Shop Your Way. Sounds cool. Have heard of it? No, Doc Rocks. I'll check it out. Mesa, Arizona, straight up Mesa Drive. I'm not joking, from Brown, not even to university. Well, the thing is, guys, if Uber came to me and offered me $5,000 to basically do a Uber commercial for them, yeah, I would. That's how business works. Like, I'm not above, you know, doing that. But the thing is, why Uber would never ask me to do it, one, is that my channel isn't big enough. I don't reach enough people. And two, they know from my videos that I would actually ask them hard questions. Like the thing that made me the most mad about the Simple Driver is they had the most powerful female in Uber with him. He didn't ask one question about sexual harassment. That is insane to me. That you, as a media person, even I know YouTube, it's not the news, right? He's not Dan Rather, right? It's not like he's on the daily news or something like that. He's not a journalist. But to not even ask them about sexual harassment, to me, is just like, it's just a failure. And Uber should want him to ask that question too, because they should have a pre-recorded response. It's not like he's going to follow up with tough questions or specifics. He should have still addressed it, still asked it, and then have this strong female person inside Uber respond with something about it. I mean, it just didn't. It's just so dumb. So they know that I would actually ask questions that they don't want to answer, so they would never ask me to do it. But I mean, would I give out a softball interview to Uber for money? Of course I would. Yeah, I would. I mean, I would still ask important questions like, why is it Uber's not raising rates? You know, why is it that the drivers don't get the same percentage on upfront pricing as they did before? I'd still ask those questions, but it's not like I would push them at it or get gotcha questions or make Uber look bad. I'd still make the interview good for Uber, but that's why they would never ask me to do it. I'll tell you this, Uber might ask me for an interview one day, and I would give it to them, but that would be the last time they ever asked me to do an interview because of the questions I'd asked. Oh, wow. Well, Quaker Oats in the house. What's up, Quaker Oats? Uberman. Yeah, I hear you. No, I feel the same about Uberman and the Simple Driver, and it's fine. They made their money, and that's good. Uberman's done, I think. He has the biggest channel. I've watched Uberman for years. You know, almost 3 years now I've been watching Uberman, but his channel's just not good right now. I mean, he's basically turned into a channel, like a family drama llama channel, and a car flipping channel. He should be car flipping man now. That's what he does on his channel. I'm not interested. Everyone's got family drama. I got family drama. Everyone has a family. Everyone has family drama. I don't care about someone else's family drama. It doesn't bother me. I also don't care about fixing up cars. I don't care. I don't know how to fix cars. Like, I know how to do an oil change and change tires. That's all I know how to do. And I don't care. That's cool that people do that. It seems like a great business opportunity. He seems to be doing fine at it. But I don't care. I don't want to watch a YouTube channel about fixing cars. So I think that he needs to go back to driving, which means he has to go to a different market because he can't make money in Oklahoma, or he might just have to rethink YouTube anyway. But it's just not fun to watch his channel anymore. And he was my favorite YouTuber too. The fourth YouTube video I ever did in January of last year when I started this channel was my top 5 Uber channels, and Uberman was number 2. Simple Driver was number 1. Yeah, we have like certain areas where you can take a free bus every 15 minutes. It was just lies around neighborhood except where I want to go. Yeah, well, that's a lot of cities do that. So in Portland, when I went to school in Portland, there was just like a circle around the university where it was free public transportation. You can go anywhere you wanted to. So yeah, a lot of cities do that. I know they criticize transgender drivers for sure talking about harassment. Yep. Which is wrong. Yep. Yeah. Well, hey, you know, here's the thing. You know, it's hard to make money on YouTube for rideshare drivers now. Because it used to be, you know, you get one referral and that would be like $200, $300, $400, $500 sometimes, right? And so, you know, if you could get 2 referrals a week, that's $1,000 a week. So getting 2 referrals a week is like full-time driving. You make $1,000 a week in referrals, and all you have to do is make videos. Well, those referrals are almost all gone now, guys. So the average referral now is between $50 and $100. So that's like 1,000 times less than $500. So yeah, I do get referrals every once in a while, but it's not as exciting as it used to be. I mean, Uberman was pulling in, you know, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a week in referrals. And now those referrals are like $500. You get 10 referrals in a week, that's $5,000. Because they're $50 now. But it used to be like way more than that. You got 10 referrals at $500. Woo! I mean, I said that backwards. I'm sorry about that. It used to be $500. So you get 10 referrals, that's $5,000. That's a lot of money. Now it's $50. So you get 10 referrals a week, and that's, you know, $500. So he has to make money someplace else because he's not, you know, he's not driving anymore. Can't get referrals. It's a different world now. Lyft CEO promised he will keep the drivers. He just wants driverless cars in certain areas of the city. That's partly true, Quaker Oats. What he said was, we could be like hosts. I'll see if I can find that. I know I shouldn't be Googling stuff on a live stream because it's boring, but I can't find it off the top of the head. But yeah, the article I read was, he said that drivers will have to transition to different jobs, such as being like a host at a restaurant. So basically helping with people using driverless cars. The Russians did it, or North Korea, or Trump, or okay, how about Hillary? Oh man, I must have missed something. I don't know what we're talking about now. Honest to God, if you're not skipping on my Verizon network phone. His new name is Drama Man. That is true. I agree with that. DEF CON gave a book out for free on how to hack your car. Yeah, I'm telling you. That's the problem with technology, is the security around it. Silverhammer in the house! Uber con man's Uber driver rating sucked too. Yeah, well, you know, I don't know. He didn't offer any amenities, I guess. So that happens sometimes, guys. That happens sometimes. Driverless cars would be perfect if they used it for pool rides only. I think that's eventually what's going to happen. So 4.76. Yeah. Well, he's on Select in a Hyundai Elantra. So if you're paying Select rates and a Hyundai motherfucking Elantra rolls up, you're not going to give that a very high rating. You know, so it is what it is. Can you guys see my kid's face? I'm trying to get it in there. No, he's asleep. Hey, Johnny, want to come say hi to everybody?
Yes.
Come on. I'll scoot over so you can say hi. The camera's right up there.
Hi, YouTubers.
What do you want to say to them?
So what you...
Say like, comment, subscribe. Oh, you're hiding now? Come on, get up and tell them. You don't want to tell them?
It's a secret.
He says it's a secret. Just say like, comment, subscribe to him real quick. No? Okay. Sometimes Johnny likes being on YouTube, but today is not. Anyway, guys, we've been chatting for an hour. It's great. Friday at 10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I'll be doing a live driver stream. And Saturday, as always. Friday, as always, I will be doing that. So I'm going to throw this up one more time, so you guys can see it one last time. But this is where I'm going to be at 3 p.m. So in 1 hour. In 1 hour, I'm going to be talking on here. 4 hours for 20 grows. I'm sorry to hear that, Sammer. That sucks. So, Uber Hints. I love this dude. He's hilarious. He's really funny. Drive Girl Drive is just the goddess. I hope she becomes the next Uberman. Almost, she'll be like Uber Lady. She's really super smart. She's really funny. She has great ideas. Definitely one of the best channels. I don't know anything about the Aperture. I can't even say his name. But he's the one running it. So, I hope that he lets me in sometime. And then you guys have seen me with Your Driver Mike. Your Driver Mike and I were homeboys. I love working with him. It's at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And this is the link to that channel. It's at 3 p.m. So in 1 hour is when they start. MS Silver says I need to look in Postmates, Grubhub as you recommended. I'm trying to tell you, you guys, if you're going to survive in this world, you have got to be able to adjust. And rideshare, it's just not very profitable right now. So part of that is it's February, and March it'll pick up. It'll be better in March. Yes, I guess I could always go back to being a professional poker player. I could change this channel into a professional poker player channel, I guess. So here, if you want to sign up for Postmates, MS, here is the link to that. My code's included in that. If you already have the website, here is my Postmates code. So there you go. This is my caviar. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. So yeah, if that's what you're gonna do. So when it's slow on Uber and Lyft, man, sometimes you just got to get in there and deliver those to-go boxes. It's not fun. I don't really like it. Although sometimes it can be a nice break because life isn't so bad. I love Postmates, but I hate fast food pickups, man. Large orders are annoying. Yeah. Where are the cars at? What do you mean? I don't know what you mean. Hanero Migrid. I don't know how to say that. Hanero, what's up, Hanero? Hanero in the house. What's up? Welcome, man. Yeah, well, we're on We're on 1 hour and 10 minutes, so I'm done with the driverless stuff. I talked for driverless about an hour. So there is that. Oh, look at that. Doc Rock's talking about like. Say only 6 likes. Throw those likes up there, guys. I appreciate that. Looking out for me. Frank is here. Oh, Frank in the house. What's up, Frank? Yeah, Postmates is annoying. I hear you there, guys. Self-driving. Yeah, well, we talked about it, man. It's a live stream. We're basically what I'm talking about is Waymo is kicking ass and Tesla sucks at driver cars. Driverless cars are here and they're not going anywhere. That was what the live stream was about. So, yeah. If you want to, Hanero, at the end, when I click end stream, all the stuff will be in the description, so you can just read it then. But guys, you got no more questions. I'm gonna kick out, and I'll see you in 1 hour on the podcast, the RIDESHARE podcast that the Appreneur is hosting. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry. It's cool. I'm glad that you joined, though. It's really cool that you joined. I like to have you here. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, Hanero, because that way you get an announcement whenever I do live streams, so you won't miss it next time. But all the articles I talked about are going to be in the description of this video when it uploads to YouTube, and you can just get there then. But yeah, if you do see the podcast that's coming up at 3 p.m., just tell them I sent you so they know. All right, guys. Deuces.